and juicy, delicious and nutritious. What more could a person ask for from their produce? Locally grown produce delivers these plus the benefits of community spirit and cooperation. To quote the synopsis for this event, it isn't a miracle that's going to solve the problems in this part of the world, but rather creativity. The Cold Climate Greenhouse Project is a shining example of creativity. It is an experimental platform created by New Dawn. The project is bringing together a variety of people: farmers, business owners, construction engineers, teachers, and students alike, all of whom are members of our community, all of whom are tapping into their creativity to make this project an innovation. A project of innovation that will help solve the issue of our food system, which relies heavily on non-local food. The production and shipping of this food greatly contributes to that tiny little problem we all know as climate change. The Cold Climate Greenhouse Project will help solve the issue of our food system. We will be using 3 different experimental techniques. These systems will save both money and energy. The first being a heating system, which makes use of radiant heat in 2 different ways: infrared and in-soil heating, both of which act to keep the plants at just the right temperature for growth during our cold winter months, both of which are cheaper and more energy efficient than electrical heat. The second experimental system is a newly developed transparent glazing called Insulcore, which will insulate the greenhouse, further reducing the heat required for the energy required for heating. The Insulcore is sandwiched between the 2 layers surrounding the greenhouse. Its honeycomb structure reduces the energy required by 2/3 for heating, while also allowing in the maximum amount of light. The third experimental system makes use of LED lights. These lights use 1/5 of the energy when compared to sodium grow lights. They also have the precise wavelengths required for plants to grow. In total, we will reduce the heating costs by 70% due to the efficient heating systems and the insulation. The electrical energy will be reduced by 60%. So, how to engage the community? It all begins with education. By a show of hands, how many of you in the audience have children? That's great. We want to engage your children. We want to teach them about healthy foods and how much fun it is to grow and eat these foods. We will involve all ages, as young as elementary school students. Their tiny little hands will be able to seek out sugar snap peas and strawberries and much more. For the high school students, we will go a bit more in depth with the learning process. We will take them through the steps to bring the produce from the garden to the table. We will teach them simple preparation techniques to allow them to eat healthy, fresh fruits and vegetables right from the greenhouse. We will teach them about how to plant and take care of these fruits and vegetables. By taking part in planting and harvesting, students and community members will be engaged in the solution to integrate a locally based food system. If one student went home and taught 2 of their friends how to grow carrots, and then they went off and taught 2 of their friends, well, this process only has to repeat itself 25 times, and the whole population of Canada would know how to grow carrots. individual efforts do make a difference. So where else can the project be applied? Once we have perfected the methods and technology, we will be bringing the project to northern Canada. Upper a tomato, one single tomato, can cost as much as $4. Can you imagine? These high costs are due to the necessary quick travel time in order for the produce to arrive unspoiled. Greens especially have an exceptionally short travel time before they begin to wilt and smell pretty bad. Fortunately, greens are one of the easiest produce to grow, especially in a greenhouse. There are shining examples of community gardens working wonderfully in northern Canada. For example, a hockey arena in Inuvik was converted into a greenhouse by replacing the tin roof with greenhouse glazing. The Inuvik greenhouse is not only an example of growing food, but also growing community spirit. A garden becoming a place to grow food and a place where families can simply soak up the smell of the fresh flowers. One lady called it an oasis of the north, where the air is always wonderful and warm, no matter what the weather is outside. There is even a waiting list of people eager to plant in the community garden plots. People have begun to share their plots just to get in on the action. It is this sharing and cooperation that we wish to spark right here in Nova Scotia. Close your eyes. Imagine the coldest day in February when the snow is up to your armpits. You're going to meet your friends. You are going to the greenhouse where the air is balmy and full of the smell of fresh herbs. We will create a cold climate greenhouse in which we can grow fresh fruits and vegetables year-round. A place where you can relax with friends. We will create an environment for learning, for inquiry, for exploration. Through all of this, we will foster a sense of community spirit and cooperation. Plus the added benefit of fresh produce in February, thanks to the experimental heating and lighting systems that we will be using. I want to thank New Dawn for this amazing opportunity to take part in this innovative project. To quote a Kenyan proverb, "This world is not ours alone. It is communally shared with all of the generations before us and all of those who come after us." Thank you.